mind sharing, who is this little girl you're fighting for? So who is this girl that you are? Who is, your earlier life? What did you have to experience that, drove you to go, yes, you've got your DNA and you might have got into politics, but what made you so passionate about fighting the injustices that didn't just affect you, but they affect, young girls around the world?
Well, I'm an unwanted child. My mother tried to abort me many times. I have a spectacular birth story because she tried to get rid of me so often. She told me throughout my life growing up that she always knew there was something wrong with me because she couldn't get rid of me. I know what it is like to be raised by a mother that doesn't want you and a father that wants you for all the wrong reasons. I'm an adult survivor of childhood sexual abuse. My father was active duty Navy. He retired out of Great Lakes pushing recruits through boot camp. So I was raised in boot camp. I come from a very hard household and I lived a very tough life. And I have just been a tough person. But when I was probably 4 years old, just before my dad retired out of the Navy, he had started this business and he owned a meat packing plant, and he processed whole animals and cut them up and sold them in his butcher shop. And this was going to be his business after he retired from the Navy.
Mm.
And he brought me to work with him. I would run around the freezer with hanging beef and deer all over the place. And there was a lady who came in one day and she was a regular. She was in all the time. I was there. She convinced him to let me come home with her for the day. And I said some things to her that triggered her spidey senses. So she knew that I was being abused.
Mm-hmm.
And when she took me back to his shop that day, she confronted him and
Oh,
she saved my life.
wow.
I watched her get in his face and yell at him and tell him she knew what was up and she was going to get him. And he hit everybody. I saw him hit police officers, but he didn't hit her. Whatever it was about this little angry Black woman in the late 70s, early 80s that scared the daylights out of my father, she saved my life. And this strong, angry, tough woman who will fight you has been my inspiration for as long as I can live, as long as I can remember. Um, my campaign manager was a Black woman, and it does not matter what she did to me. It doesn't change my opinion of all Black women, because I was so fortunate to have this amazing experience that I just see that strong, independent, angry Black woman moniker as the goal. I see the as
I
the
want to be
goal.
that.
I see I see the women that make men shake in their boots as the goal. I
Yeah.
see them as the desire and the epiphany and the best part of all of us. You
Mm.
know, one of the things my dad used to say to me when I was a little girl is that I was angry when I was mad. I was purty when I was mad. And I suspect by now I am gorgeous because I'm angry all the time, whatever it takes.
Oh,